Welcome back to Houston Life. So before the break, Derek and I were blueberry picking at Moorhead's Blueberry Farm. That was up in Conroe. 10 out of 10. It was amazing.
11 out of 10.
Yes, but now it's time to get down to business with those blueberries.
Yeah, who better to show us all the delicious ways to enjoy the fresh berries than Brennan's general manager and chef, Carl Walker, along with his wife, the blueberry lady, Jennifer Walker. Welcome back to Studio
All right, well,
B.
thanks.
And you know, a lot of couples, they have like their song, they have their like first date, whatever. You guys have the official berry of your relationship, and that is the blueberry. Are you all gonna kiss like you did last year?
Oh, no.
Gross. I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Is it kiss cam time?
Yeah, the kiss cam on Houston Life.
We've talked a lot today about family, and one of the reasons why I believe Brennan's has been so successful is it's not only your own families, but it's your extended families who come into the restaurant.
For sure, absolutely, and that and so that's why so many of these people we refer to as family, and we go to their different things and throughout their lives and what have you, and so it is their family.
Your customers are your family.
Absolutely, for sure.
And when they say your love is at Brennan's, I mean, you guys got married at Brennan's. Whose idea was that?
Well, I don't know. It's probably a little combination, but but you know, blueberries is where really got going because we had a couple of dates. Our first date was the Eagles concert. Then we had another date, but then I did a picnic at the Blueberry Farm, and that's where it sealed the deal.
That's beautiful. Hey, Jennifer, why did you have llamas at the wedding?
He proposed on top of Machu Picchu, and he rounded up all the llamas for me. It was a family trip to Peru.
And your mom is from Peru, right?
Yes, both my parents are from Peru.
That's amazing.
So.
It's so beautiful. Could y'all be any cuter?
No, they couldn't.
My gosh.
We want to be cute like
do
you.
y'all want to do something fun here? We're going to cook.
We do.
Of course.
We should point out, so this is inspired a recipe from your mom, Gladys?
It is. Gladys is a fried pies is one of the favorites. It's like it always, like when you go home, it's like she makes these fried pies. My advice, if you're ever in our house at home, you would see the fried pies like a platter like that.
And they're right up here, by the way.
Then you would take them and you would hide them in your room because when you come back, they may not be
They'd be
there.
gone.
Oh, exactly. They would be.
Look at this.
So I always tip my friends off. I always,
go hide the pie.
Hide the pies.
Okay,
because
you would hear this sound in the middle of the night from me.
Exactly.
I'd be getting into my
I
pie.
hope your mom, Gladys, by the way, is getting royalties for you sharing this recipe
she
far and
should.
wide.
One of the things that I mentioned to you is that I wanted her. She asked me what we wanted for Christmas one year. This is several years ago, and I said, what I really love is you put a little cookbook together for us, and so she did actually. And so when I talked to her about inspiration, what to do, and what have you, and we were talking about fried pie, she goes, well, the recipe's in the book. And I was like, so the dough is what I use, and then the blueberries I took, she makes I think in her book is like either peach or apple that she has in the book. But I thought, man, we got the blueberries, let's make some blueberry fried pies. So.
Jennifer, where did the foresight come from to be so smart to marry a chef that has all these recipes? Did you know that going into this?
No, it's just always part of the chef-wife life.
Chef-wife life. I love it.
Okay,
All
well,
right.
we appreciate the fact that you're giving us your secrets. You've already done a lot of the work for us, Chef Carl. What do we have on our plate?
Well, what you have is I took the dough that's in that recipe and I rolled it out into 5-inch circles. So I used a little cereal bowl as my guide, and after I rolled up the dough, I rolled up about a 2.5 to 3 ounce ball, put a cereal bowl, I cut it out to circle, and then once you get that done, also have your blueberry. So I had the blueberry filling made.
How do you do that? You just cook it down in a saucepan?
Basically, I took the berries that Jen picked, and I used a little bit of cornstarch, sugar, lemon zest, lemon juice, and some people, may want to add a little cinnamon and stuff like that to it as well. And so cook that, just bring it up to a simmer, let it cool. Okay, because you don't want to put the hot blueberries or you kind of melt everything in your dough.
Okay.
And at that point, I put a little bit on. Now I did wet around the edges of the dough. I took a little brush and brushed a little water. So what I want to do is just take this carefully and just kind of fold it over.
Fold it over like a taco.
Like a taco.
There you go.
Good stuff.
So then you have on that. you have your little flour with your fork.
Okay.
And so you take your fork and just press down like this.
And we will, by the way, have this entire recipe on our website. It's already up there at HoustonLife.tv. Chef Carl, what is the dough recipe similar to? Is it like a pie dough?
Like a pie dough.
Okay.
Very much like a pie dough. I also seal both sides because when you go to bake these, it kind of helps or fry them.
Oh, like so you flip it over and seal both sides.
I do both sides.
Oh, I see.
Just
Gotcha.
like that.
This
all right?
is such. We were talking about summer activities to do with your family or friends or even your kids. This is simple enough that I think kids would really enjoy to do. And you say there's multiple ways that you fry them.
I did. I actually, a lot of your stoves today have air fryer settings on it.
Yeah.
So when I always like to, do a sample and test the recipes and things like that. So I said, I got this new stove. So I tried the air fryer mode. So I did it air fryer. My mom sometimes cooks them in an iron skillet or one of those big enamel pots, and puts about a ½ inch of oil, and you fry it in that. That gives the flour a little bit different because it's almost like a little roux-like. It browns the flour a little more, and then deep frying it. So if you have a little Fry Daddy type of thing or fryer, you can do that.
Do you have a preference, Chef Carl? I mean, did the air fryer option work out okay?
It works out beautiful. It's going to be a little bit, because you don't have all the oil and fat and everything like that. So maybe a little bit of a drier, but
healthier too.
That could be a user thing on my side, not being the first time I used it.
Okay.
So then I have a little icing once you get
This is the part I think the kids would like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when you do this, you can do sprinkles or anything like that, right? That you want to do. So just take that icing and just bring it all over the top, have fun, what have you with it. And
this is just like confectioner's sugar, right? And you can mix it with water or lemon juice even.
Water, lemon juice, or milk.
Use some purple, Derek.
Look at that.
We'll trade.
These are
so pretty. And then
look what I brought. I brought this because I was thinking Tessa might want a little spritz, a little silver.
Okay,
now,
edible sugar. I'm in.
Get it too close, and
oh no,
there
that's
we go.
perfect.
Look at that.
Oh,
look
glitter,
at that.
like
She's
fairy dust.
beautiful.
So edible glitter, so you can glitter it up, put sprinkles, whatever you want to put on it, right?
Gotta bling it up.
So.
That is so lovely. Okay, so let's direct our viewers' attention over to this blueberry cobbler. So Jennifer, the last time we had you on Houston Life with your sweet husband Carl here was about a year ago, and we made this cobbler. The recipe is still on our website, HoustonLife.tv. But this is something, day to day, you two have come together. Your relationship, wouldn't have happened without the blueberry farm. It truly is like a meaningful thing for you every time you make something with blueberries, Jennifer. Am I going out on a limb here?
No, it's totally true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was a blueberry thing because, she was kind of the blueberry girl that came around the restaurant. And so Chef Jose, I saw, I'd see her there and I said, hey, Jose, so I said, that's a cute, lady right there, and Jose says, he goes, she was talking about you. You need to go talk to her. And that's how it all happened. That's why Jose was actually my best man, because the fact that he
pushed you to do it.
He initiated it by when I mentioned about her and started.
That's a good friend.
He's such a nice.
friend.
Does Jose's wife work at the restaurant as
Yes,
well?
she does.
She does the pralines, right?
She's the dessert chef.
See, I'm telling you, it is a family affair.
All right.
I'm going in.
You going?
Cheers.
Moment
All right.
of truth. While we bite this, can you tell us about that lemon meringue pie there?
This is what we call Robin's. Robin is Alec Brennan's wife. Robin's lemon meringue pie. It's a very, it's a tart. It's fun. It's a favorite at the restaurant.
On the menu year round?
On the menu year round. We top it with the meringue, and we also do use a little blueberry coulis on it. Usually when we do it, and since we had the fresh blueberries and the filling, what have you, I made a little blueberry compote and put over the top of it.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. I know that's amazing if it's on the Brennan's menu.
Yeah.
Y'all are the best.
Guys,
By the way,
you knocked it out of the
shout
park.
out to Gladys because these pies are phenomenal.
Yeah,
they're really, really good.
Amazing.
Okay,
Amazing.
and as for that blueberry lemon drop, Jennifer Walker, it's nice to see you, my friend.
Nice to see y'all too.
All right. Well,
Great to see
good.
you as well.
Here, speaking of lemon drops.
I know. We're going to drink up.
We're gonna
We do wanna
toast.
let our viewers know, though, we have shared these recipes for blueberry fried pies on our website, HoustonLife.tv. Find that cobbler recipe as well.